This meeting to order, Town of Pelletier Board of Commissioners. It is almost 7 o'clock, Monday, August the 3rd, 2026. Roll call.
Sorry, Walt Benson.
Here.
H.P. Here. Dale Sowers.
Here.
Don Yearly. Here. David Brown. And Sunny Mason.
Do I hear a motion to excuse Sonny and David? Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, let's all stand for the pledge of invocation, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alice.
Heavenly Father, we come to you. We thank you for the day that you've given us. We thank you for each person that is here and interested in this town. Be with us and help us as we make the right decisions. All this we ask in your precious name.
Amen. All right, everybody has the agenda in front of them. If there's no changes, do I hear a motion to approve as written?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, approval of the minutes of the July 6, 2026 meeting. Hope everybody's had a chance to take a look at that. If there's no changes, do I hear a motion to approve as written?
So moved. Second.
All right, have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we go to department report. Code Enforcement Officer Lieutenant Chris Johnson.
Good evening, guys. How are you?
Just fine, sir. You got about 5 minutes.
I know. I'm gonna take about 3. Okay, Jim? All right. So July was a real busy month in Carter County, so for the town as well. I evicted people off Old Church Road and unfortunately moved them into Pelletier. So we'll be having to deal with that here directly on my other side. But it's the way it goes, I guess. We even had a shooting at the motel this month. Nobody got hurt, but there was a gun that went off there. We had some vehicle accidents.
I haven't understood a word you said so far.
Oh, really?
Is that be okay?
I'm trying to go fast.
I'm slow here.
Okay. So, here, okay. So we even had a shooting over at the hotel. Okay. Next complaints have been about the e-bikes. That's come around again. Then we had the normal complaints about the lawns and stuff like that, which I usually try to handle case by case basis and try to handle them real quick with the folks so that I don't put them on paper. Let's see here, and then the traffic issues cropped up again with one of the residents I spoke with. Last month I didn't pull as many cars over, maybe about 30 in the town limits, but it was all for the same reasons, speed and the like, that kind of thing. Always excessive speed. Most of my clientele is going to be people trying to get to Emerald Isle from off of here, and that's what I'm catching on 58 Messley. And of course, I could make a living sitting at that stop sign by Mr. Early's house and Coney's house. I could make a living there as a traffic cop, I think. Okay, let's see, properties, why you guys pay me. Okay, so 1105, 1106, Highway 58, always found a contention. That would be the little warehouse thingy down there by what used to be Captain Ed's. It looks like nature's trying to reclaim the property. So I've had discussions with him about that. He's got to chop the weeds off his house. And we'll see what happens there. But I gave him a month to do that. I'm going to put on paper and I'm going to get him on that. Okay, we have a long-standing thing, me and him, so it's okay that I'm moving quick on him. 133 Sandsburg, that would be Miss Baker's property. Always have an eye on that because she's always moving stuff in and out. And presently her son is loading the stock property over trailers, trucks, cars, and the like. So I told her she's got to keep that on the kibosh on that. 803 White House Forks Road, which is up there from the racetrack. That's a property I've been dealing with a lot of collected metals in the yard. lawnmowers and lights, and I'm working with them on that, but I'm tired of working with them, it's been a few months. I'm gonna probably put them on a citation here directly. Okay, next, let's see. 169, this would be the boat across from the church. And I finally not figured out, but I remembered I already dealt with this guy before. So I already had his address in my little book. So I'm trying to make several attempts at his house. And I think I'm gonna try to catch him either tomorrow or the next day, depending upon my schedule with the other job. Okay, moving on from there. Okay, let's see here. You could read final thoughts. Oh yeah, I had a question about the elderly folks in our town here. Maybe a service that could be provided for them. We spoke about this at the last meeting because of Mrs. Burley's thoughts. The county does still offer, and I checked with them today, a senior call list. And it's really not being utilized. There's like 20 people in the county that utilize this service. The county communication system will call directly at any time you set up. It could be 7:30, 8. Whenever you wake up in the morning, they'll call you. Hey, how are you today? Are you still alive? And they'll say yes, and that'll be great. But if they don't answer the phone and say they're alive, we send a cop to them. And then the cop knocks on the door. Hey, you're alive? And we take it from there. But that's a service the county does offer.
Who do they call for that, to get set up?
County communications, the same phone number you'd call if you wanted the cops to come and rescue a cat out of a tree. Not 911, but the 726-1911 number. Okay, moving on, since I segued into my other job, let's keep going. 73 calls for service in town, which is a lot higher than last month. To be expected, July, things heat up. 59 calls for the ETJ, totaling in your little area are 132 calls for service. Not bad, not good, but nothing to worry about because it is the summer and people like to get out and do things. And sometimes they do stupid things, as you can see from the rest of my commentary. I've also included the call lists for Pelletier and Swansboro, which would be our ETJ for the most part. That's kind of a pick and choose if you look at the addresses. Anything further? Okay,
Thank you for checking into that.
yeah, absolutely. Y'all have a good night, thank you. Is that fast enough?
Thank you, Chris.
All right.
Next would be the, West Carter Fire and EMS, Chief Glatt.
Good evening. Good evening. All right, so we ended the month of July with 202 calls. One call less than we ended 2025 with. 15 of those calls were in Pelletier, 9 were EMS calls, 1 was cardiac arrest. Most of those were strokes or falls or sick calls. Had 4 fire calls, 2 of those were working fires that are actually building on fire when we got there. 2 were NBCs, luckily fairly minor NBCs. That puts us up 1,302 calls for the year, which is about 40 calls up from where we were last year at this point. Turnout times are getting a whole lot better. Guys are training a lot, so we've got them down to 1 minute, 9 seconds. Industry standards is 1:30, so I'm happy with that. Really trying to get it down below 1 minute, but yeah, things happen. Calls at nighttime take a little bit more, a few more seconds than they do during the day. Response times, can't do too much about that. Industry standard for urban is 4 minutes, rural 10. So we constantly stay around the 7-minute mark, coming at 6:58 this July. So that is honestly just luck of the draw. How many calls we get closer to the station versus how many calls we get further from the station really dictates that number right there. So department updates, we have offered position to 3 full-time firefighter EMTs, and they have accepted. They're 3 really solid candidates. Had a lot of applicants, hard decisions to make, but we have had 3 that's accepted that I think that will be very beneficial to our department. We finished up our first ever fire camp, had 65 total campers. It completely exceeded every expectation that we had. It was an incredible opportunity to positively impact the youth in our district, and it was so much better than or anyone ever anticipated. So I think we'll see some of them, campers end up being firefighters, even if they're not. We know that we made a difference in their life, which is truly what we set out to do. We did recently purchase a new quick response vehicle. It is a new Ford Explorer that will help us keep the mileage off the engine, keep the fire engine in service a whole lot more. It's a lot more economical to run a quick response vehicle with someone in it to assist the EMS crews than it is to run $1 million fire engine down the road. So, set of tires for the engine, it's about $6,000, gets 3 miles to the gallon. Set of tires for Ford Explorer, it's around $1,000, and it gets 25 miles to the gallon. So, you will be seeing that hit the road soon. It is at our station now, so we're just waiting for it to be striped and to get all the decals, radios, and things like that in it. So I anticipate over the next couple of weeks, we'll have it on the road. It's a very nice looking vehicle, will work very well for us. Our fire and water emergencies have dramatically picked up recently. This last Saturday alone, we responded to 3 work construction fires. So the shift was busy. That was our B shift. So them guys were really tired at the end of their shift. All 3 of those fires were extensive fires. Luckily, we got to 2 of those fires that were in our primary district. We got on scene within 4 minutes, had the fire suppressed within 3 minutes. So our training is definitely paying off. Very, very happy with the guys. Onslow County has, with the new emergency services director, Chief Matthias, has implemented some changes, so don't be surprised if you see more fire trucks on the road. We are trying to meet NFPA 1710, which is a standard that we're supposed to follow, with getting a minimum of 15 firefighters on scene within 10 minutes. So when we check a route, if there's not 15, then they start dispatching additional departments. So don't be surprised if you see an Indian Beach fire truck in our district. Don't be surprised if you see our fire truck in Pine Knoll Shores for a fire. So it's working well so far. We're just kind of getting into the phases of it, but you will be seeing fire engines on the road. I think we've responded, since we've done this in the last month, we've responded to 9 additional structure fires. So yeah, we are putting more wear and tear on our engines going over there, but they're also coming to us, getting to us a whole lot faster. So a few things we're working on. Our next big event is going to be the open house. So we're still trying to iron out the date. It's always a good turnout for us. We usually have about 400 people that show up for that. So we are starting to really work on that now. We are doing a back to school drive against Pine Knoll Shores Fire Department. We filmed a really embarrassing video for me this morning, but hey, if it helps us to get school supplies for children that need it, then I'll be embarrassed. So be looking out for that. Anybody have any school supplies, bring it by Station 1. Our shifts are competing, A, B, and C shift. Whoever gets the most gets ice cream, pizza, whatever we decide to do for them. So if you bring stuff by, make sure you put it in A shift, because that's my former shift. That is about all I have. Thank you for your time.
I'll have to say, the fire camp was absolutely awesome. And the ceremony that you had at the end, the awards for the students, the campers, but to see them go through what y'all put them through, not only to see them kids do that, and we're talking teenagers, but to see them, but the faces of the parents was something that was unbelievable. They were absolutely surprised at what their kids were doing. So it was a very good thing.
It's very touching. I'm not gonna lie, I cried. I'm a grown man, but when I was giving the final speech, it was just touching to see my guys come together and put so much into it. The camp brought us together as a department, and it definitely brought the community together. Every single day, we're getting emails and messages. I already want to sign up for next year. So it was very, very touching. We set out to reach the youth, 14 to 17 was our long camp. It's a tough age, kids going through a lot at that age. We don't know what any of these kids are going through at home. So our goal is just to be a mentor, to be a good, positive role model, introduce them to what we feel like is the best career in the world. And we truly all felt like we've done that. So it was a huge success.
Yes, it was. It was.
Yes, now we're all tired and we need like a couple months off break, but Fire Prevention Week's right around the corner and it's gonna be absolutely wow, so.
Yeah. That's your future
I believe Marshall's ready to do it again.
I gave that man last week off. That man went camping out of state.
That last day, Marshall Watson was dragging, so.
We
But he
stayed at the
was in there.
station for, some of us stayed there for 4 and 5 days straight without even going home, just planning the logistics, and it was well worth it.
That it was.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Chief. All right, financial report?
Okay, the general account, we have $331,530.23. On the community building, we have $74,228.20. On our power bill, we have $27,658.62 as of August 3rd.
I'd like to say our,
That's
budget versus actual has changed. And of course, our budget will reflect us in the negative until January, because no one's gonna pay their taxes early. So anyhow, especially this year.
Yeah.
So anyhow, everything's looking pretty good. So we move on, planning report.
Planning report, we had a pretty extensive hearing on the subdivision, and we approved it and passed it, and I thank everyone for their participation in comments, and it was a new thing. It was the first time we've done a hearing like this, so it was a little jumbled up on my part probably, but thank Carlton for his participation, and also Jonathan, thank you for the help.
You did well, Ronald.
Okay. Commissioners report, Don?
I just want to show everyone, these are the helmets, as I promised, from NCDOT, and we will be doing events in the near future, but I just want to bring it up because I've noticed quite a few kids riding their bikes on Pelletier Loop on West Fire Tower, crossing West Fire Tower from Pelletier Shores over to Pelletier Loop, that area, and they don't have helmets on, and these are children. Just want a reminder that 16 and under, it is the law to put on a helmet, parents. So just want to remind you all of that, so thank you.
All right, Nikki, do you have anything?
I'm good.
Walter? All right, I'm good. So, all right, we'll go to new business. Pelletier Community Safety Series.
Okay. So as part of the Pelletier Community Safety Series, I promised we would focus this month on emergency preparedness. And Carlton was so nice to point me in the direction of Miss January Brown. She's with the East Carolina Council of Government on Aging, and she's going to give us a short presentation here geared towards emergency preparedness, specifically with the uniqueness of older adults and some of the issues they face. So thank you so much for coming all the way here. I'm sorry we started a little late
No,
today.
you're fine. I won't make this an hour-long presentation, I promise. I know everybody wants to get home. So I am the director of the Area Agency on Aging. We do cover 9 counties, and Carteret is, of course, one of our counties that we do cover. One of the large things that we are going to be gearing up for is, of course, emergency preparedness, getting ready for inclement weather in our region. I happen to have every hurricane available county in my region, so we do promote preparing our providers, which are including your Department of Social Services and our senior centers, and our long-term care facilities with disaster preparedness. What is the protocol? We are between the division and those facilities, so we report to them whenever there is an issue in our area when they're dealing with older adults. But before it comes to a disaster, we highly promote older adults and caregivers being proactive, ensuring that they have their emergency to-go kits ready to go. Also in Carteret County currently, Carteret County Emergency Management does have a special needs registry for older adults and people with disabilities. We highly encourage commissioners, the town, everybody to push that information out to older adults and get them on that registry. What that happens is emergency response personnel will call before a storm, ask them what their needs are, what their issues are, if they need help evacuating, and then after the storm, they will also communicate with that older adult. Which, if you're an older adult on oxygen and you lose power, that could be detrimental. So they can also help you making sure that you get transported to special locations and shelters that can meet the needs of your health conditions. And if you need to get out, you know that you have a lifeline, and that's through the county. The application is online. It's only about 2 pages. What will occur is it is only good for a year, but emergency management will reach out to that older adult every year and verify that their information is still the same, such as, are they on oxygen? Are they a heart patient in a wheelchair? Do they have a car? Do they drive? They ask simple questions that we really need to know. We are trying to encourage people. We have a project that we did. We've done over 1,000 bags since COVID happened. We did an emergency to go bag preparation, providing bags to older adults in our communities across our region, trying to promote individuals having an emergency to go bag ready at all times, having that bag in the back of their vehicle or in the vehicle that they ride in. So they may not drive, but they may have a daughter who drives, because emergencies aren't just natural disasters when it comes to older adults. Unfortunately, I have bared witness to an older adult falling at Walmart and hitting their head, 911 having to come, and now they're at the hospital. Well, they have nothing on them. Everything's at home. And especially since we have a lot of elder orphans in our region, and those are individuals that have no family members, and they rely on their neighbors or themselves, it's always good to have that emergency bag to go and ready. It has copies of your advance directives in it. It would have, if you have hearing aids, having extra hearing aid batteries, because the worst thing is not to hear what a doctor is saying. Having a charging cable for your cell phone along with a plug. It may seem simple, but you can't go out to the parking lot and charge your phone when you're at the hospital and you're a patient. So having that stuff ready, planning for any type of special needs that you might have, considering your medical issues and concerns. Are you a cold person? Do you maybe need a blanket in there? Are you always hot? Do you need a hand fan? They're simple things, but until you have to go to the hospital, and even as a caregiver, which I've done this, I did this back in March, and I prayed that I had my bag in my car. I was stuck for 24 hours before my son was taken to the OR, and it was in the middle of the night, so I had nothing, and I had my sweatshirt, my sweatpants in my bag, I had a charging cable in my bag, so I was able to just take that out of the trunk, go straight into the emergency room, and I had everything I needed for at least 24 hours, including a toothbrush. So we tried to promote that, because unfortunately with older adults, disasters aren't necessarily natural. It can happen sudden, it can happen quick to make sure that they have those things. Furthermore, when it comes to older adults, trying to educate them on scams that happen after a hurricane. We had a lot of scamming going on after the last couple of hurricanes. We had individuals that would come around and say, I'll take those trees down for you, give me $200 and I'll be back tomorrow. And then they never came back. Or we can take care of that debris, and they were asking for money up front. It's a great time for people who want to scam anybody, but older adults are a targeted population during a natural disaster, including I work with FEMA, and I have your social security number, all the way up to Medicare. Let me verify you from Medicare. We're gonna get you a new card. As we know, during one of the hurricanes, a lot of people lost everything, including their Medicare cards. They worked with the senior centers, and we worked with the division to get those cards replaced, and they even got an extension on those cards. But it was a great open door for scammers to call and say, I can get you a new Medicare card. And it's a laminated card. All I need is your date of birth, your name, and your social security number, and I'll get that card right out to you. And what that did was open the door for them to drain their bank accounts. So unfortunately, being aware of what types of things are out there, such as your fake contractors, fake government employees, they'll fake to be FEMA, they'll fake to be a charity. We've had people come in and say, oh, I'm with this charity and I'll do all this, and then they take money and they leave. And just being aware of the phone, texts, and email scams that can come across during a natural disaster. We encourage people that before you even hire a contractor, you need to verify that the contractor is a North Carolina licensed and bonded contractor. They're not somebody that came down from the bayou and is gonna help you rebuild your house or, you know, some crazy thing. Ask for proof of liability insurance and workers' compensation. You can go on the state's website and look up their information to see if they've been banned as a contractor, because they can show you documentation that they're approved, but it could have been expired. If an insurance company ever calls you, you say, you know what, hang up, and you call your insurance to verify that it is your company, because if they know that you have State Farm, somebody can pose as a State Farm person and come after you. So call your insurance companies to verify any coverage that you currently have. Never pay the full amount up front. Get at least 3 written estimates whenever you're trying to get your property done, and always insist on a written contract before you allow any work to be done on your property. I know it's stressful time, it's hard. I've had my house destroyed through a hurricane, and we were very clean and cut with what we said, who we contacted. And if you ever have any questions, contact your local emergency management. Talk to your county, FEMA, like go directly to FEMA. They always set up sites, don't just go with anybody that's there. Contact your insurance company, and if you are an older adult and you're going through a disaster, the senior center can help you prep, which is right there in Carteret County. They are a special needs shelter also, so if you have any issues, concerns about being alone during it and have to, you can definitely go there to get your needs met. So we highly encourage it. We do have a website. I've left some flyers and pamphlets over there along with a QR code. It has a list of the items you should have in your to-go bag for an older adult, just giving some suggestions. Also, it has how to prepare an emergency bag or emergency box for an older adult. Because we do have to take into consideration the different types of medications we may have and special needs that we have, that we need to ensure that we have ready and prepped for a disaster. And the biggest thing is know your zone. So if you do not know your zone, that's for every citizen. You need to look up your zone, so if we do go into some type of hurricane coming up here in the fall, we need to go ahead and know when we can evacuate, when we should evacuate, and pay attention to the news and radio. Any questions?
This is great. If you could do me a favor and send me a link for that application for them, and I can get with Colleen, we'll put it on the Facebook site, and I see your pamphlets there. If you would send me a
Send you
link for
digital
that too.
copies?
Yes, and I will make sure we'll put that on our Facebook, because this is a wealth of information and really do appreciate it.
No, definitely, and it's important. I mean, like I said, we have a lot of elder orphans, we have a lot of people out there that don't have families and aren't going to check on them and ensure that they have what they need during a hurricane, so sometimes it is up to the towns, the neighbors, and emergency management to support them, so we highly encourage that.
And I think with what you provided and what Officer Jensen provided with the county, we can get them on these lists. And talk to your neighbors that are by themselves or need some help, and encourage them to get on our website or the Facebook and sign up for these services.
Very important, being proactive.
Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you.
You're
Yes,
welcome, and
thank
we'll
you.
definitely get that information for you to
I
share.
really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, next is the zoning application. This is, the PEO 2026 PZA 12 Winsett Lane. Carlton?
So yes, I believe this application was put on hold for the board. The planning board reviewed it at a previous meeting, and they followed my recommendation of basically followed my recommendation of conditional approval with a few pieces of information that need to be added. Yeah, I guess since I think we have an applicant here.
Yes, sir.
If he'd like to speak about the application. application.
I have some questions.
Yes, ma'am.
You said, it says, is there outdoor storage, and if so, what will you be storing?
There's no outdoor storage, it's gonna be a 50 by 80 warehouse, we'll have, most of our stuff will be inside the building, except our trucks and excavators and stuff.
So the trucks and excavators are gonna be stored
ma'am.
outside?
Yes, ma'am.
When you say trucks and excavator, I mean, I didn't see that on the permit, did I, can you be a little more specific?
Truck, service trucks, 6-wheel trucks, excavators, skid steers.
It's small equipment.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there gonna be like RVs
No, no,
brought in,
No,
used
no.
RVs, or, so,
we move and deliver all these. Most of them we take from the dealer, a new one, take the trade-in back to the dealer.
so you're not gonna be bringing them over to that
No.
property?
So no old ones will be coming over there to
No,
be
no, sir.
tore down or anything?
No.
So it's just mainly for your trucks and
Yes, sir.
equipment, and majority of that would be inside,
Yes, sir.
and all of it be fenced?
Yes, sir, we're gonna put a privacy fence on the, if you're facing in the road, facing the building, there'll be a great privacy fence, 8 foot wide, 6 foot tall, all the way to the chain link fence that's gonna go around the side and the back and come out the other side, which I talked to W.F. Parker yesterday, matter of fact. I'm gonna have to put a buffer around the chain link side part, which is gonna be, he said it had to be 90% visible in 2 years. It has a drawing right here for you.
I'd like to see it.
This I got from Mr. Chris Hughes yesterday, Sunday. He was running behind to get it printed out for me. There's a copy of both of them.
So you're going to have the buffers, and those buffers are gonna close in within what, a year, 2 years? The green, I'm talking about the landscaping.
Yes, ma'am, it's gonna be, he gave me 90% in 2 years. Most of the time we put the green giant trees, I can't remember the first name well, but they grow about 3 feet a year, so they're pretty.
Okay, and Mr. Parker
Leland
approved all
spruce.
this?
Yes, sir. It's the same ones that, Mr. Stan has there at the front of Osprey Lane, in the same trees.
So Mr. Parker approved that with you?
Yes,
He's-
yes,
Because
yes,
that's, okay, so you're not, so basically, if I'm driving down Highway 58, or I'm coming out of the town hall in the side yard, that's going to be fenced, and it's going to have a buffer. We're not gonna see everything that's in that.
No, ma'am. Like I said, the front of the building's gonna have an 80-foot long building,
Okay,
and then there'll be privacy fence, it's gonna be the same color, gray. It might not be the exact same color of the building, but it's gonna be gray. And I'm
okay,
gonna have it connected to the side of the building, run all the way to, probably to the sign, and then connect to the chain link fence, which runs down to the ditch, to the runoff pond in the back. But you won't be able to see that because you have onslow tile there anyway. The really only chain link that you'll really see would be the back and the side on Winsett, which will be a buffer around them, and 2
you'll have
sides.
the buffer around it. What
Yes,
about the septic?
That's gonna be in the front. I got a 90-foot setback from the center of 58 to the front of the building. So I have 40 feet from the front of my building to the edge of the road. So the septic will be right in front of there.
Yeah,
It's only gonna be an
I
office.
don't know.
It's a small.
That's-
Small system, right? It's just gonna
Yeah,
be-
so it's just gonna be she's gonna be in there, she's gonna use the restroom, the little kitchen sink in there, that's about it, no shower, nothing like that.
Where's your entrance gonna be?
It's gonna be on the left side, so we'll have a paid parking lot.
On,
Yes, ma'am, Winsett Lane, you'll come in off Winsett, cause I don't want anybody to stop in front of Highway 58.
right, because if you put an entrance right there, that's
Yeah, that's gonna be
gonna
bad.
be
Yes,
dangerous.
I mean, people can't drive already, so.
Right, and I've already seen when they're going, people are turning into Winslet, I've been here one morning, and I tell you what, there were so many near misses. So are you gonna try to put the entrance further on down,
It's probably gonna be about 100 feet down, so.
100?
Yeah, so I mean, that's,
near the back of it.
Is that good?
yes.
Yeah.
So, if you come in with a semi or a long trailer, you'll be out of 58, for sure.
Yeah.
So, but there will be no used RVs,
No, ma'am.
rehomed RVs?
We have a storage lot in Maysville that we use already on.
Okay, but this is not in writing yet, right? This is not, do we have this in
He
writing?
just
Oh,
provided
you did, okay.
an updated.
And we, like I said, I just got the approved Sunday. Mr. Parker's on the way to Montana in RV, so he said, bear with me.
Yeah, he just left today, didn't he?
Yeah. But he's earned his day. He retired, I think, about 2 months ago.
Yeah, he did.
Mayor,
Is that, some of the buffer is the, like the HOA type thing that, WF has over there, isn't it?
Yes, sir. And another thing, he made me add either stones or brick 4 to 5 feet up on the front side of the office. He wants that neat, which I understand. I understand, he don't want a building that looks bad going right into, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not that kind of person. My stuff's gonna be clean.
Because we just passed a land use plan and we want to preserve this area, and this is a business corridor, but, so that's good to know. Is that on this here, that you're gonna be putting that?
I don't know if that,
No, I think that's more, I don't think that's even in our zoning, but that's more of a HOA requirement as well.
that's just Mr. Parker's preference, I think.
I can provide a little clarification on that. If there's outdoor storage, there would have to be a screening on the side yard or side lot line, rear lot line. Only if there's outdoor storage, but I mean, if you're talking about storing vehicles, then you kind of get into details. It's kind of,
Yeah, but Carlton, this is, HOA, even though that's a commercial park.
Oh,
the HOA
gotcha.
is required.
Gotcha, I'm sorry.
And-
Yeah, we're not concerned with, I mean, we're not really concerned with HOA requirements. We're just looking at the standards of the ordinance.
Yeah, but it's good to know.
It is good that you're following what the HOA requirements though.
And I understand, I've been down the road, you see a subdivision, all of them look nice, and the next thing you know, you go down, I have mine down the road, you have junk cars and everything else hitting the road, and it looks bad. I understand 100%, I've seen them my whole life.
So it sounds like you're gonna have other requirements put on you by Mr. Parker.
But that's what I'm saying, he added some things to it, like the brick, the buffer around it, which I understand, he wants to keep the whole road neat, and I understand that. And if you look at his stuff, that's the way he is, even his pit's clean, you know, his dirt pit's clean, you know, that's the way he is.
Don,
Yeah.
you won't have to worry about looking bad, because Mark will be,
It'll be,
you
Yeah.
never know Mark.
I don't, yeah, those were my, those
Be
were
like
just,
a pit
Him and Ginger Buggy called him.
those were just my questions.
Now, you saying outdoor storage, I mean, you're saying no, there won't be no RVs there, what are you saying? I mean, I have my vehicles there, and my excavator, the skid steers, and just equipment we use regularly, I mean, there'd be 2 skid steers, 1 excavator, say,
If you have like building materials out there, that would be more what I would think of as outdoor storage.
So no oils,
If-
no hazardous materials
Oh,
gonna
no,
be
no, no.
seeping into the ground, into the,
you can't, now, you gotta have somebody come out and get that stuff, now, that's it.
okay,
EPA got really crazy with that.
right.
Yeah, well, you gotta remember, you're in Bogue, small town,
Oh, yeah.
small town,
Oh, yeah.
you know how people talk, that's why you're getting these
We
questions.
built our house in Swan, bro, it was insane, people come out, things never going on, I mean, we ain't there.
Well, they're not from around here.
Well, thank you for answering all that.
No problem.
I've seen some of, I've actually had some dealings with Mark, and, you look at it, you look at his equipment for one thing, and it's first class, you look at the kid, and his work is first class.
I appreciate it.
And, that's the way he is, I have no problem with Mark.
Okay.
And we say his daughter's house up there.
Huh?
Your daughter's house, we said.
Yeah.
All right, does, you have any more?
Yeah, if, I do not have time to update my, recommendation. So, if you'd like from me now, I can go through my updated recommendation, to give this new information.
Sure.
And we're getting this information kind of late, but I think it's a good idea that we keep this application's been on hold for a while, so I think it'd be good to keep moving.
That's no problem.
I'm gonna say this.
You got 30 seconds.
I'll hurry up.
I'm gonna say this, the reason I went with such a large building, to keep most of my stuff inside that I can. First of all, to lock it up, and then second of all, so it don't look bad in the yard. And it's harder to cut the grass and maintain the property with everything laying around.
Yeah.
So, and I went with a large building for that reason, because I wanted to have enough room to put stuff inside, plus get my vehicles inside.
I would say, you saw the planning board's previous recommendation. I provided that. Given this updated information provided in these updated site plans and the email dated July the 6th, that had some other answers to the planning board's questions, I would recommend approval.
Okay. Does anybody have any more questions? And you're good? All right. Do I hear a motion to, on this matter?
I'll make the motion to approve it.
Second.
I have a motion to approve the applicant's, request, and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's been approved, so.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Here we go.
yeah. Okay, next, public comment. I believe you wanted something.
Yes, sir. This is probably a little bit premature, but my name's Cecil Williams. Me and my wife own what used to be the Pondside Mobile Home Park. And we hope we impress folks by the way we're cleaning it up and fixing it. We were able to close, I think it's maybe 28 acres land on this side of the mobile home park. I mean, on the RV park. And it's gonna be our desire to, develop that property. And the reason I'm here tonight is two reasons. We'll talk about sewer, and I wanted to, don't know what I can do, but if the board has got any ideas of any kind of businesses or any kind of things that they would like to see brought to Pelletier, we will certainly entertain, we'd entertain that. We've got probably 30, maybe 30, 35 acres total now that we own right in one block.
So you bought the property between the pond side and,
Truck.
Sea Face?
Uh,
Oh, okay.
That's where it used to be,
A whole concrete plant and camp.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you have from your place all the way to where the,
From Pelletier store all the way to Seaface.
yes, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All of that.
Yes, sir. And I wanna talk to y'all about sewer. We are wanting to, I'm gonna leave this for y'all to look at. I don't have one copy, y'all can copy. We wanted to put in a sewer system that is a decentralized sewer treatment facility. It only treats the affluent. And the solids are treated with a septic tank on site. And there's some variations of this, it's called a step system, but there's some variations of this. But this particular thing we want to put in, it treats the water, the affluent, back to as good or better than the local water in a, if we run across a stream or something, that we could get a permit to put it in there. And what happens there is, we build a system and we'll put a water meter at either a master meter or a meter at each business or RV that's there. And then when we get done, if the county if the town is willing, we'll take all the money we have spent, probably in excess of probably $750,000, $1 million, and we'll give it to the county, or to the town. And then you can charge fees for the sewer service like you do the water service. I know that Pelletier, Carteret gets the water, I guess now, but then you would have opportunity to have use the same water readings, and you get you would get some income from the sewer, and it's something that is sort of a pod that you can start with, and then as other things come in, you can grow and whatever. Anyway, so that's all I got. And does anybody have any idea, or anybody heard anything on the DOT? Or they have any proposals to upgrade the road system?
No.
What exactly you would have, is it gonna be a campground, or what do you gonna put there in that place?
I wanted to put, some of it's gonna be in, RVs.
Okay.
Probably on this very end, I think somebody got some soils and moved some soils. We're gonna fill that back in like it should be, and maybe put a self-storage stuff right there. But then there's gonna be some that
across the road frontage and stuff, that if the town comes up with an idea, or some business has been wanting to come here, retail or something like that, and know where to go, then we would be interested in entertaining any thoughts, ideas on some retail stuff, and that if the town is up for talking about that.
Well, that's something I would have to think about and check in on. Right off the bat, I couldn't tell you.
Yes, sir.
If you was to put a campground in there, are you going to eliminate the septic systems that's in there and use that sewer system for the campground?
See, actually, I don't know what kind of sewer system, if any, is on this new part, but each two, RV lots would have a septic tank. But then it has a pump on it, on the end, the effluent goes over into another chamber, and that chamber pumps the effluent away. So the only thing you have to deal with at the sewage treatment plant is the effluent. The solids are treated on site by the regular processes of a septic tank.
My question was, the sewer that's at the campground is gonna be pumped, processed over to the sewer system?
At this time, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. We want to go get the campground started building the septic sites for the RVs, because I think the guy down the road is probably full, and I think the market's there now to go on and get that done, and then, come over on this side and start there. But we just closed on the property, last week, and so, we're in the very beginning stages of doing our design work and so forth. So anyway, I just wanted to let y'all be aware, and if y'all got any ideas, you can certainly let us know. All right, thank y'all.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else? All right, no old business, no other business. Any of you commissioners got a comment? Good.
I have one.
All right.
Of course.
No doubt.
I just wanted to show everybody, this is what a file of life looks like, and we talk about it, and what it is things people can fill out: medications, surgeries, medical conditions, allergies, medical insurance, names, name, rank, and social security, and just all the personal information. And it's got a magnet, and they put it on their refrigerator. And so if the fire department or EMS has to come in there, or some emergency, they have some basic information on you. So that's what it looks like.
And we have some available.
And
Would you like to take some?
yes, thank you.
Okay, anything else?
Make a motion that we adjourn.
Amen.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? You get shot. This motion is adjourned, or this meeting is adjourned.